sure. You really do. I don't just say that because they're, sitting here, but, I really believe that this organization, you guys really do set the tone. Definitely for all of Europe. And I was told today by Kyle, U.S. is up like by 1/3 of 1% in sales. So Germany is literally about to be the #1 market in the entire company, which just historically in network marketing, it's always USA. Like, it's pretty much always USA, and you guys are about to be the #1 market in the whole company, which is just a tremendous accomplishment. And all it just shows you is, leaders, your leadership, your belief, and your work ethic. Because the truth is, Netherlands, Belgium, Switzerland, America, Mexico, same products. They got the same access to this guy, but you guys have just done it on such a grander scale. So all you really need to do is just keep going. I know that sounds cliche or whatever, but the truth is, Marvin and Ilya and Maurice and all these people in the organization are doing very well, right? They stuck to the plan. And one thing I would say is, when there's so much success sometimes, it's easy to take your foot off the gas pedal, Like when you're young, like, Hussein making a ton of money and doing his thing, sometimes it's tough to keep going. This Chairman 10 from Spain, he followed us to the car. And he said, bro, how can I get re-inspired to keep going? 10 grand a month is a lot of money for Spain. I eat what I want. I give my mom money. I travel to Marbella. I do what I want. Like, how do I get re-inspired? And I told him, if you have a problem with that, don't make it about you. Make it about the team. When people ask me, like, dude, what's wrong with you, bro? Like, it's conventionally, you're doing 6 masterminds. Shit, dude, you've made fucking $70 million. What are you doing? And I always say, it's the gratitude I have for the people that are still on their journey to the first million. I want to see these guys have $5-10 million liquid in the next 36 months. And I think that's totally possible, right? So you P2s, you guys are the next wave. You really are. P2s, P5s. Like, I'm more excited to meet the P2s and P5s at these conventions than seeing the same chairmen that I've seen for 2-3 years, because it's like, that's great, they're good, but now we need the next wave, right? The next Morton, the next Ilya, the next person that's going to make a big splash in the company. So I would say keep that fire, keep that hunger. We're going to announce Croatia tomorrow. So I just said it. You just found out too.
Look it for yourself, guys.
So we're gonna announce that it's gonna be either end of October or early November. So you guys are gonna have another 6 months to run like crazy and promote. And I think the venue we're getting over there, I want to say we're going for 12,000 people. So we're almost trying to increase another 50% of attendance in the event, and we're going to be working on some special guest speakers for that one as well. So just keep going, keep doing it. I tell people all the time, you're building the business and you're building yourself. To get to some of the levels that these guys are at, they've grown a lot. The fact that, this is your first company, right?
Yes. Like the first one where I'm going all in.
Right. Someone like an Ilya that gets in and grows and grows and grows and now is leading a panel of, superstars in the company, right? Seeing people like Maurice do education, and a chairman, same with Mikey, right? There's lots of growth there, and it takes time. Some of you P2s, P5s, listen, if it takes you a little bit more time, never get discouraged. The guy I brought on stage today at Chairman 10, 9 years. 9 years of freaking working a job while building,
And that's just the first time you hit 6 figures?
First time, 9 years ago, first time. And he just kept going. So, just understand that sometimes it's hard to understand the opportunity you have, because you're so in it, you don't really take a look at the world or what's going on. But, I'm talking to a lot of people that live in Paris, that live in London, that live in the Netherlands, and they're saying, listen, man, you can go to a great college and graduate and go get a good job, and you're still struggling just to live. You know, we're rolling around in the Netherlands and people are telling me, you know, it's 2,000 euros for rent, and you're living in a tiny little ass box. And then you got to eat, and then if you have a wife, you got a husband, you got kids. It's like, dude, oh my God, right? So for you guys to be this young, to have such an opportunity, Chris Terry will pay you whatever you want. Like, he'll literally pay you whatever you want. And there will come a time where we'll unlock another level in the compensation plan. You know, there'll be a break on the chart that says $1 million a month, $2 million a month. You know, why not? You know, TLX is rocking, DCX is rocking, TBX is rocking. Everything is right there. So whatever you got to do to get to that next level, I believe in my heart, it always comes down to work ethic, and it comes down to consistency. You know, the reason why I've been able to do what I've been able to do, other than, you know, the grace of God on my life, it's just that I know without a shadow of a doubt, I've outworked the majority of people in the industry. Not the best speaker, not the best dresser, not the best recruiter, but I know I've outworked. Over 13 years, there's no one that's worked more than me in 13 years in the profession, and it is what it is. So I lean on, you may be better than me, but I'm gonna work. If you talk to 5 people a day, I'm talking to 15. So you might be better than me, but I'm gonna work harder than you. You know, I love to study people like Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, Ronaldo, Kevin Hart, The Rock. All these people that have greatness, they always talk about, I made up for my weaknesses by working harder than the next guy, the next girl, right? So you guys lean on that. You go crazy. I'm gonna be in Ulm, Germany. I'm gonna be in, I don't know, I'm gonna be all over. I'm gonna be in all these different countries. You guys have my schedule. I'm gonna be in Copenhagen.
That's also interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in Copenhagen. So you guys will have my schedule. You promote like crazy for that. And then you're running to, you know, Zagreb, Croatia. Alright? And we go ham, and we want to celebrate you guys on stage at Chairman 10. How many of you are P5?
Only P2.
Oh, these are all, so
Yes, it's only P2. So basically, that's the thing. We have kind of 10 P2s in our team, but no one really break through the next rank. But we have like a huge foundation.
well, here's some good news. P2 to P5 is more difficult than P5 to Chairman 10 numerically. Like the number wise, you go into P5 is more difficult than it will be to go P5 to Chairman 10. So when you guys break this ceiling, dude, it's a wrap. Like, I don't know the exact percentage, but I feel like I was talking to Kyle about it. When people that go P5 that are focused, they go Chairman 10.
Yeah.
They do, because you have momentum at P5. You have P2s at P5. Like, you have people that are the next wave of leaders at P5. So you guys just got to break through that threshold. And some of you, because I remember making $2,000 a month in this industry, sometimes you get in the mindset that you have a group and a team, and you get away from you in phase 1. So I would recommend you guys make a new list of people. Even at $2,000 a month, you're out earning most people in their jobs in Europe. I mean, that's true, right? Germany, Netherlands, like you're making more money in this deal at $2,000 a month.
Taxes and that, but it's
Taxes
it's
are
still
yeah,
solid.
right. So you get into phase 1. You go talk to more people. Right? You guys, you have some of the best leaders in the world that you can leverage, man. Like pull up Marvin's Instagram, pull up Elliot, pull up Maurice, pull up this dude over here, man. Hussein's a beast, right? You have lots of people that you can leverage. One of the things that helped me go from 6 figures a year to 6 figures a month, I leveraged Chris Terry, to be honest. You know, he's technically my sponsor, I guess you could say. And I got Chris Terry on the phone with leaders in 2016, 2017. You know, I remember the Darwin Lopez's and these different names of people that I was like, yo, talk to this guy, Chris. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. So make sure you're leveraging, you know, the leaders in your organization to help you close deals and bring in leaders. So I'll stop there because I'm sure you guys have a couple of questions, but you know, I can't say it enough, you know, how proud, you know, the company is of, you know, your guys' leadership. I mean, it's crazy, you know. And I've been doing this for 13 years at a very, very high level, and people, you know, softly been with me for all these different companies. You know, just today, leaving the venue, I'm thinking, dude, there's in the back parking lot, there's 5 or 6 breakouts, and then we're in the front driving. I look over, there's another 5 or 6 huddles of 200 people. I'm thinking, this is insane. Matt Rosa tonight's doing 4 masterminds. I got 5 tonight. I'm thinking, this company, well, I mean, the level of energy and commitment, I mean, I'm thinking, there's no way we don't become $1 billion company in 18 months. All we have to do is just keep doing what we're doing. So that means you P2s, you keep doing what you're doing, and you work on you, and you keep growing yourself. You chairman 10, chairman 25, that shit is a wrap in the next 12 to 18 months. You can go from $2,000 a month to $25,000 a month in the next 18 months. And if you have a tough time believing the words that I just said, you got to work on yourself. That's a self-image problem, and he can't fix that for you. You have to fix that for yourself. You have to say, 25 grand a month, I accept this as a possible reality in my life. Okay.
Thank you very much.
So
I have a starting question, and I think
Yeah.
this is kind of a small problem. I don't want to call it problem, but
Challenge.
It's a challenge basically that has a solution. Like in our team, like I said, we have a great foundation, but I think most of the people here, okay, they don't think too big, Alex. So they're like kind of limited, all right? We always say think bigger, much faster. So from your perspective, bro, what is, you already said it right now in kind of a way, but what is possible in the next, like from now until the next convention? What can happen in the next 6 to 12 months? And if you really focus and like raise your belief level, and what does it take to have these quantum moves in your opinion?
yeah, I think the saying I can give you is how fast. Just those 4 words. How much, how fast. How much can I do, and how fast can I do it? Because we know success loves speed. You know, the old saying that you guys have heard, you know, good things come to those who wait. I mean, it's to me, it's stupid. What does that mean? Good things come to those who wait. But what if you're waiting doing nothing? You know, good is not coming to you if you're sitting on your ass doing nothing, right? Good things come like those that go work. So between now and the next convention, man, 6 months is a long time. And this is another philosophy you could think about: time collapsing. How can I collapse time? You know, one of my mentors and my left, who I had to pay a significant amount of money to talk to me, he told me, listen, man, you live one day. I do 4 days in one day. And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, dude, from 5 a.m. to 10 a.m., that's 1 day for me. He goes from 10 a.m. to, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., that's 1 day for me. From 2 to 4, he goes, I do 4 days in one day. He says, yes, it's both 24 hours, but he goes, I look at it differently. I get 4 times more done in one day than most people do in their 24-hour period a day, right? So I would say, collapse time, you know? And people always told me back in the day, like, okay, in 5 years you can make 6 figures. And I always said, I don't want to make 6 figures in 5 years. I want to make 6 figures this year, right? So if they were telling me talk to 2 people a day, I'm talking to 2 people an hour. Do one presentation a week, Alex. This is what somebody told me. I said, okay, well, I don't want to get rich at 45. You know, I want to be wealthy at 30. My whole thing was make $30 million at 30 years old. I knew I couldn't do that talking to 2 people a day, doing 1 event a week, right? So it's just doing more. And I just told this to the Spain team, listen, you guys are young. What better are you doing? I mean, what is better in your days and more productive than building this business? To me, it's always been God, family, success. And I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person. I believe in God, right? But it's always been God, family, success. And I've said this a bunch of times. For seasons in your life, it needs to be maybe God, success, and then your family. Because you're working hard for who?
Family.
Take care of your family, right? So, to answer that, you take the next 6 months and go freaking nuts. Maybe some of you say, you know what, man, I'm after tomorrow night. I'm gonna stay sober for 90 days. I'm gonna put down Xbox for 90 days. I'm gonna get off every series on Netflix. I'm gonna watch Netflix when I go P5. Right? It's the little things that makes the big difference, right? Because you have to understand there's a compounding effect of your daily actions. You may think talking to 10 people a day is not a big deal, but if you do that 5 days a week, that's 50 people a week. That's 200 new people a month. And even if you suck What's 10% of 200? 20?
20.
So you're personally enrolling 20 people a month. Think about that for a second. You could be going personally P6, P1 every single month. So I'll stop there. But good. Yes.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions?
I don't know.
Anything? I know you guys can eat, by the way. Don't not eat because I'm saying
It
it.
depends on you, bro. Like how much.
No, I
how
got
much
time. I
you
got
have.
time.
Yeah.
I can go a couple more. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Okay, then let's go for it.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go, guys.
Let's go, guys.
I have a question. What would you say in daily actions, maybe from your time as P2000, because I think the rank P5K is the rank we must achieve together. It don't work alone. So what are the daily actions? What do you say? Okay, you woke up, you make your routine. Okay, you make a little bit personal development, and then from 1 to
Yeah.
12 p.m.
I would-
So what are daily actions?
So when I was at around $2,000 a month, my goal was to get in front of as many people as I could.
Can you repeat it?
Getting in front of new people. So let's say Maurice is somebody in my team. He's P150, he's P600, whatever. I'm trying to get in front of his prospects. So I'm like, hey Maurice, Tuesday at 2 o'clock, bro. Invite 10 of your friends over. 5 are gonna show up. I'm gonna come help you. So what I was doing is, back in the day, we called it telling the story. Now it's like present, but it's really you're telling the story of I am, right? So you should be thinking to move the needle forward. It's personally enrolling people and it's helping your team enroll people. So you want to be getting in front of as many new people as possible. So all your newest customers and P150s, you're like, listen, if you can drive to them, now that COVID's kind of over or whatever, right? So for me, it was doing home events. This is before Zoom was really big. So I was physically talking in front of 1 to 15 people in different apartments, condos, houses,
Always.
living rooms. Like there was an old joke back in the day, living room legend. Like I tell people, I make in a million in people's living rooms, but I did. I would go into people's homes, and then Maurice would invite his 5 friends over. They would be skeptical as hell, and then I would show up and I'll talk to them, and then 2 would sign up. And then, what's your name, bro? Cedric. And then, so Maurice is my guy, right? Maurice, get 10 people to your house. I go to Maurice's house, right? 10 people show up. Cedric signs up, right? He signed up tonight, right? I say, Cedric, I'm gonna make a text message for you. Send it to 10 of your friends. We go do the same thing tomorrow at his place. Here's the thing: the newest people, they don't need to know what's going on in I Am Mastery Academy, right? We call it. Some people say from a meeting, book a meeting, like fam bam, right? Bam fam, right? But honestly, it's like, yo, your newest people, if they have a desire to build a comp plan, bro, you want to get them. Here's the thing: the newest people, paid and promoted. I call it PP. You want to get the PP as fast as you can, paid and promoted. I want to get you a fast start bonus, and I want to give you the Platinum 150 as fast as possible.
So your opinion on getting people prepared and understand what is what is not the right.
They don't need. Listen, you sit down with a new person for 2 hours, they're still not going to know anything. They don't know what the hell's going on.
Yep.
They don't need to know what's going on. They need to be excited and get their people in front of you as a P2.
Amazing.
And then through that, you're going to sort and find people with a super high level of desire, and then you grab a hold of, it could be, I sign up Maurice signs up Cedric signs up, what's your name? Daniel.
Yeah.
Cedric signs up Daniel, and then I may have signed up him, but I may start working with him directly. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
So it's called building in depth, powering down. I didn't sign up anybody at this table, but 5 or 6 of you have my cell phone number, and I work with you, right? So you can power down and then find the new possible momentum creator, right? So NPMC. NPOM? Yeah,
New
someone else
possibility
called
of
it
momentum.
New possible what?
Of momentum.
There it is. Yeah, I know. I changed it. New possible. Right? And then you grab their ass and roll. So you keep it simple.
Yeah.
Like the teams that are growing like crazy, which is obviously you guys. Yes, you plug them into the training. Yes, they get on the go lives and the academies. But if someone's like, I want to go chair, I want to go P5, bro, they have their phone is they have warm markets, and you tap into their warm market. You build through people.
It's difficult to say, but I have the feeling in Germany, the German guys, it's difficult to say, but they have a stick in his ass. So,
That's definitely not what you say in English.
Lazy as fuck. Lazy, completely lazy.
from all the internet, from the brainwash, come in the WhatsApp group and drive a Porsche, I think you know it. So they start with the expectation, okay, it's all about people signing, not about trading. So they start with that, with these expectations.
Only if they tell you they want to build the comp plan. If they say, I just want to learn how to trade crypto, God bless, here's DCX.
No, so because you say you send them directly a message to invite other people. So that's because I asked this question.
Well, again, so before you do that, ask them, hey man, what do you want out of this business? Do you want to learn how to trade? What would make you satisfied in the next 6 months earning, income-wise? And they'll tell you, 1,000 a month, 2,000 a month, I want to go chairman 10 fast. Okay. You know, some people, we had, I think the fastest chairman ever was a guy named Gary. I think he went chairman 10 in like 31 days back in 2017. So with a Gary, I'm gonna say he's gonna invite 100 of his people on a Zoom call. But then if I sign up, you know, James, and James wants to just learn how to trade, I'm not gonna tell James to go invite all his friends.
Crazy.
So first you ask the question, let them tell you, and then you direct them from there.
Alright. Thank you.
You got it.
The guy you just mentioned, did he start from scratch?
No, he was a leader. No,
Yeah.
no scratch. Chairman 10. He was what? Oh wow. There you go.
That's why I thought maybe that one was from scratch. He was different than you know.
No, he was in.
Like what, do you know the fastest who started from scratch?
I mean, if it's 2 weeks.
No, I mean that was not from scratch.
Oh, you mean like You mean like the first company?
Yeah. Do you know someone with like first company and then starting from scratch?
Probably one of your guys.
Probably, yeah.
It was 1.5 years.
You 1.5?
1.5 years.
That's not bad.
I think someone was fasting.
The only one who was faster than India quit.
Ja, die Kern.
She was the only children.
Okay, two more.
I have
Guys.
actually this Friday was very different for myself. In the back office I made my first 1 million. This is unbelievable. Like when I think about it, how it starts, how it ends. Now actually, like what is the situation now? Now I see the crowd. Like actually, I have almost now 5,100 active customers coming in my structure. What is like what you when you was in this situation? You make your first million, and like the structure from the side. What was the next steps for yourself? What was like the next step? What you're doing like for growing the next maybe 5 years, 10 times more? I have my big vision like for Europe. I want like the biggest networker in all the industries together. Like the number one. Like actually, it's my vision. Like for the thing is, I see I am like a tool. Like can create a lot of better lives. Like for the education. People need this education, but also like actually when you're going like from 7 figures to 8 figures, what was like maybe the biggest lesson you made?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do 8 figures until IAM. So when I joined IAM, I was at about right around 3 million.
Yeah.
So my highest month before IAM, other than the Jeunesse deal crap bullshit, but in Vima, my highest month was 107. I think in Jeunesse I had a month where I might have got paid like 280 or something. But that was like not a real thing, you know what I mean? But going from, yeah, I mean, dude, going from 7 figures a year to, you know, $1 million a month, you know, you can only do so much. Like, you can't work more than 24 hours. So it really comes down to leadership development and building leaders. You know, you get 10 chairman 100s. you'll make $1 million a month, right?
Yeah.
So it's identifying who those people are, and those are going to be special people because Chairman 100 is very special, you know. And then it's just it's building in depth, and it's just the principle of build who do you see can do like what you do, right? Because a good Chairman 50, I mean, the truth is the 50s and up, there's magic about that. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But it's teachable too. Like you can teach throughout the process of getting to Chairman 50. You're gonna just your charisma's gonna go up. You're gonna have a pleasing personality. People are gonna want to be around you, right? And it's just identifying you're looking at the 10s and the 25s, and you're thinking, okay, who really has the desire and the willingness, and you're just building. And then honestly, it's really attracting other leaders too. Like when I came in IM, I attracted a lot of leaders from other companies that wanted to work with me but didn't want to do, freaking skincare.
Yeah, and I feel actually also like with myself, actually I attract in the last couple of months a lot of very nice people. Like also like people from different companies, and this was never my plan. Like for myself, all like I don't go into people like and introduce directly. I am like create relationships, and then the people comes to me and say, hey, you're a very nice person. Like, what are you doing exactly? Or can you tell me a little bit more? I am like actually that's
it. That's
like,
it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys should be building relationships with leaders in other companies. I have relationships with people in other companies, and I've never pitched them IM. Obviously, they know what company I'm in. There's a young guy that I'm becoming closer with. He's one of the top, probably one of the top one or two in another trading company. And we were like smoking shisha together, and he's like, "Bro, are you gonna pitch me?" I said, "Pitch you what, dude?" I said, "I'm like, you know what I do." Oh yeah, I'm like, yeah, you know what I do. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not gonna join, I'm not gonna fucking pitch you on it. And you know what? I respect that, man, because I know, like, I play the long term.
Yeah.
Because this is what I do know. There's a lot of trading companies and a lot of startups and a lot of BS out there. And I know 5 years, not even 5 years, 2 years from now, when the dust settles on a lot of this garbage, very few of these trading companies are going to be in existence. Yeah. And Chris has already shown so much, what's the word, tenacity to go through challenges. Like, that's why I'm all in on him, because I know no matter what, he's going to keep us open and going. And a lot of other companies, man, they get hit with a little adversity, dude. It's a wrap. Like you see in Omega Pro, they haven't paid commissions for 6 months. The only reason people are still there is because they think they're gonna get commissions, but it ain't gonna happen. Probably, you know what I mean? So we're over here, education, no auto trader, doing the deal, doing it the right way. Dude, my back office, I could pull 90% customers. Like, it's not a joke. Like I see 90%. I'm thinking this is insanity, man. And then you have an event like this, and the level of people that have a desire to build the comp plan. I'm thinking all these people are going for chairman, and there's tens of thousands of people that they just want to freaking watch these dudes trade on Gold Live, right? So the long term is building relationships with people in iGenius and B, in Omega, in product companies, right? Like you said, and then at some point, when we're, like the event we're doing this weekend, dude, no one's doing that.
That's true.
Yeah.
Nobody. Yeah. Nobody. So eventually, people are going to say, you know what? Okay, like the whole thing, like if you can't beat them, join them. Like people will eventually understand. You can launch your little deal. It's not going to be this. Now I know what it takes to do this, bro. You have to have the deepest pockets, the best relationships. Chris has 40 attorneys. Like, I look at that, people say, Alex, why don't you start your own company? Every week. When are you going to do your own MLM? I said, bro, you couldn't pay me to do my own company. I don't want Chris Terry's life. He 24/7, stressed out of his ass. I don't want none of that. You want to be one of the top earners in a great network marketing company, so one day you can travel the whole planet, do Zoom calls with your wife or husband, and live your life and make a ton of money. And let them take all the risk and liability, right? So, I forgot your question, but.
Yeah, it's from 7 to 8 figure.
Leadership development. Leadership development. you keep doing what you're doing and leading by example, but it's people in your group that say, you know what Marvin did, I'm going there. And you have the people already.
Yeah, I'm super grateful actually. When I look into my hand, like I have like we are now 11 challenges in the structure.
Yeah, it's insane. That's called commitment right there.
Yeah, I started with my idea.
You can tattoo your whole damn arm.
You're doing the other one also?
What do you mean?
The other arm?
Yeah.
And you're still doing the thing with the back, you said?
Yeah,
As you
actually,
said,
we say honestly, we start from here to here, from here, and then I think about it. What is the next place?
You're gonna fill it up.
Bro, he told me
This is gonna cost your forehead.
Nah, but he told me it's like this on his back.
Yeah,
Why not?
He's committed as fuck, yo.
my mom is excited for this.
That sounds crazy. It's a good crazy.
Thank you so much.
You got it. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Do you have a blueprint video of how you did the home event on the camera? A blueprint video for the home event?
Yeah. So, and again, you should ask them how they're doing it. But I mean, back in the day, it was somebody would come up and intro, like, "Hey guys, you know, welcome," blah, 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 blah. And then we would have somebody come up and do like products, and then I would usually come up and do comp planning quotes.
Yes. But
So you could have like a P150 open.
did you special things on a home event? How you act? How you as a person act?
Yeah, I would speak with, you know, authority, and I would just, the whole goal is to open up people's minds to something different. So I would say things like, you know, having 6 Saturdays or 1 Sunday, waking up when you're done sleeping, and you just talk about what's going on in the world. I mean, the truth is right now, they're demolishing the middle class. And from what I believe to be true, you know, in 2-3 years, the whole planet, you're either going to be wealthy or you're going to be poor. And the only way to get wealthy is doing something like this. So you open up people's minds, you tell them the problem, and then the solution is joining IM. Thank you. You got it.
All right, guys. I would say Alex has to go. Bro, Alex, thank you very much for your time. So much for